Hello and welcome to Casual Leaves. Today is an important video because I have finally managed to get some new lighting equipment for this channel, for this YouTube channel, and this is the professional light that I'm talking about. And let me know if you guys are interested to know which lights I'm using and more details, so I could make a video on that maybe. But in the meantime, I thought, because I was excited since I got it today, I was so excited that I wanted to shoot a video, but I didn't really have the time to do plant chores. So it's not a plant chores video, but something that I have here with me, some plants that I thought I could show today and talk about because they are interesting in so many ways. Honestly, these aren't some of my best or biggest kind of plants, but plants which are not in soil. Typically, when I say not in soil, I of course mean plants in semi-hydro or PON or some other medium, right? Not soil. So there are plants which I have transferred into other substrates and they have picked up, they have been doing well. Of course, I have featured these on my other videos by now or in some processes here and there, so you would have seen these for sure, but I thought it would be good to see them with this new lighting arrangement because this is actually nighttime. This is about to be 12 a.m. at night and here I am. I'm kind of trying to have a setup, a frame for videos, like sit down videos like this. Also let me know if you would like sit down videos where we just hang out and chat, and of course there'll be like videos where I do plant chores and there's more action and the process that we see. Okay, so with that enough jibber jabber, let's begin. So okay, I wanted to talk about some of these baby plants in a way. What I mean is these are the smallest plants actually, and since I've said the smallest, let me begin with the smallest one. So this plant, of course, this is in sphagnum moss and perlite. It's a corm and it's a black velvet corm actually. This is super tiny, super tiny, but it's getting a second leaf now and it's growing up. It's in this little takeout container of food or something that we got, and I had just put in a tiny corm, and I have shown it when I did this in one other video, but it's been doing well. Coming to the next tiny plant again, which I recently transferred into PON actually, and I had asked a couple of my plant friends, what should I do? This, if you can guess actually, would you want to make a guess? Which plant is this? So I'm gonna wait for a bit before I say what plant it is, and maybe you can by now leave comments and we could have some fun with that. So this is a plant which I actually got in an auction, and it's one of the very rare plants. This was a dream plant for me, but it didn't do well at all because I was so new with it and everything. And then I put it in sphagnum moss for a long time. I put it in perlite actually. I put it in perlite for a long time. It didn't do anything. And when it did start doing something, I traveled and it didn't get enough light, so it almost died again. So it was just like a wet stick, and it's very delicate. And then again it stopped growing and I moved it to water, but the stem was so small that it would keep dipping itself into water, if you know what I mean, and I was afraid it would rot out completely. So I asked a couple of you guys whether I should put it in water now or in something like PON, and all of you said water, but I put it in PON and it's doing fine now. So all of this is like new growth after that. So this is my philodendron El Choco Red. Like that's what I have for this plant. When I got it, it was amazing, but today it's in PON and it's doing well. I'm hoping the roots are fine because this doesn't root for me at all. Like it will keep pushing out new leaves, but it will not root that well enough. So this is another one which I think has been saved by a non-soil substrate. The next one which I recently transferred, and again this was like a stump, like nothing, you know. So I had a Anthurium Queen and it was doing fine, and I don't know what happened. I think it got some kind of a pest issue in soil, like if you see those white things in soil, like a creepy crawly thing, and then the roots were just gone one day. But I was just left with a wet stick of it, and then I put it in water And these 3 4 leaves, are there four? There are three leaves which then came when it was in water from that stump. You can see the stump here in the center. That's all that we were working with. And I got these 3 leaves when it was in water, and then I decided to move it into PON. And you can see some roots here. Oh, it's too much light there, but yeah, you can see some of the roots here, and I think it's trying to adjust. We will soon know if there's a new leaf that it pushes out. We'll know whether it's working or not working for it. I think it's gonna work. And this lovely cup, by the way, is a gift. And I think every video I talk about these things, but this is from Gail, Drizzle Some Green. She sent me a plant and I reused the cups. Of course, all us plant people, we love reusing containers. So I'm using this one for my Anthurium Queen. And I love the look of how PON looks in this. Like, this is my DIY PON mix. Looks really great, looks really good. I'm hoping this does well. And coming on to, I think, these guys. This has been like really stealing my heart these days. So of course, like, it looks very green here, but this is a new emergent leaf on my Anthurium clarinervium. It's actually like a bronze color, which you can't see because of what the camera does to certain colors, but it's a really beautiful leaf. I love it. I have just been obsessed with it. I have just been looking at it too much, so I've kept it down in my cabinet here. And I want to do that thing where people keep all their anthuriums together at a lower spot, so they kind of cascade over each other, the emergent leaves and the matured leaves. And I really want to create that look. This, by the way, had thrips. I don't know if it still has. I have stopped checking. But the reason why I do think these guys have thrips is this new leaf. It's damaged, if you can see. So thrips will typically attack newer leaves, and it's gone wonky because of that. Try to show from the back also. There is some burnout damage. Oh, and the light went off because I have a timer set for my greenhouse lights. Let me just turn it back on. There we go. So I have a timer set for my grow lights. Actually, they kind of go after 12 or 14 hours. I think I've set it for or 13 hours. It's on for 13 hours. And yes, I was here. I was trying to show this damaged leaf, and I do think it's thrips damage. But having said everything, the point is that this is in actually aqua soil or fluval stratum. I got this leftover, or rather extra aqua soil from the Aroid artist when they sent me some corms, and sorry, not corms, but baby alocasia plants, like corms only but with leaves on them. So I had got some extra one, and I decided to put this was in water. This was a full grown matured clarinervium which had thrips. I totally chopped it off and started with the stump, and I have one more here. So I'd done 3 cuttings. This is the third one. This is in perlite and moss. This is like now an old leaf, and it's pushing out this new leaf here. So I'm hoping, actually I have been thinking that I want to combine these 3 together into a single pot. That's what I want to do. So I have like there are now 4 plants in this. Actually, there are 4 different stumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how I got the 4th one though. Oh yes, I cut one of the stumps into 2 parts. So that one plant is now 4 plants. And I've been wanting to combine them, or rather remove the ones from sphagnum and perlite and do something with it. So I've been kind of saving the best for the last, but this one is not the best, but this I'm showing for the fact that it's pushing out a new leaf. And this is my Serendipity, I want to say Nebula. This is Nebula. What do I want to say? Wait. So, okay, let me show the best one also. I forgot the names. Okay, this is Pink Dragon, I think. Yeah, so this is Alocasia Pink Dragon. And I don't know if you can see these beautiful pink leaves. It's like actually the Pink Panther color, guys. Like, it looks really beautiful. It's like a flushed, not a flushed, blushed. It's like a blush. Someone, like, the plant is blushing because it likes its environment, maybe. This also has a pink stem, but it's got that whole, like, the zebra line thing, if you know what I mean, like how Jacqueline does. It's got a pattern on the leaves, and that's a new leaf. The other ones I feel are a bit affected. Like, this is a new leaf, so it's fine. This one is very pretty, and it's got this kind of a black outline venation thing happening. This I feel is a bit affected either by pests. I feel. 1 second. Just try to. Yeah, I think there's an issue for sure. Some kind of a pest issue for sure. But so my hopes are high for the new leaf. We will see. Speaking of pests, I'm supposed to do the pest treatment today, but I haven't. And this one is, of course, both of, so okay, this is an aqua soil. This is in a mix of aqua soil and some zeolite pieces that I had, and some like leftover stuff that I had, and I just mixed some PON. There was some PON, and there's basic coat, the green dots that you see. So these two have been doing great. These are all, I think, new leaves that I got after I moved it into PON. So it's sized up for sure. Like, this one is the last leaf. This is the most delicate alocasia, by the way. I feel quite a big leaf comparing to this. This is what we started with, and this is where we are. I'm just loving this a lot, and I can see the roots inside it too. And now coming to the star of this show, this is one of the most difficult, most slow growing plant I would say that I have, and that means it's a Hoya, because some of the Hoyas are extremely slow growers, and I was afraid that this plant was gonna croak on me, like die on me, because like, you get the signs, you come to know from the leaves that it has come with, whether it's gonna do well or not. But so this is my Dasyantha, by the way, Hoya Dasyantha, and it's got these really dark, and of course the lighting here is changing the colors a bit, but imagine this to be really dark, and this thing here, while it's looking greenish here, it's actually like a gray brown new leaf. So because it's a new leaf, it's an emergent leaf of Hoya, and even they have a different color when they are emerging, but it's a new leaf on Hoya Dasyantha, and I'm really hoping it sizes up. So I immediately moved this to, first when I got this, and I did a video on this where I put it in my own soil mix, all the Hoyas I had got from an Instagram seller, and I put it in a small container with soil, regular soil mix, aeroid soil mix, and then for some reason it just was not doing anything. Decided to check on it. There were no roots, literally no roots. But the minute I put it in PON, those are the roots. Like, you can see all the green roots now here where my fingers are. So a lot of roots now it has, and the minute it had roots, it kind of gave that new leaf from the top. I could see a little point. It started pushing out a leaf. So very, very, very happy. Actually, this is how dark it is. If I just kind of move it away, almost like a black with a green touch in it, It's a lovely plant. Love the shape. There is some like splashes also on it, if you can see, very mild, minute, sprinkled galaxy like splashes. So I really love that. But what I want to say basically today is that semi-hydro is a better choice for some of the difficult plants like this one. If you see, the roots are so thin and fine, very thin and fine, and those are the toughest for substrates like soil, I feel, because it's very difficult to control the density, the moisture, the water retention, and all of those things, because it changes even in your own house from one place to the other, like one spot to the other spot, like that changes, and you never know which plant will work well where. Of course, I have the advantage of my cabinet, so the humidity helps a lot, because I think people who have tried semi-hydro in a normal environment outside of a greenhouse cabinet, I think it dries up way faster, way sooner. But I'm experimenting with that too, because I've removed one of my silver dragons, my alocasia silver dragon, and kept it out. And I'm hoping that it kind of adjusts, and the semi hydro can also be checked whether it's doing well in a room condition or not. So, yes, those were the plans for today. I'm loving all of them. So, it's a mix of aqua soil, it's a mix of semi hydro, and it's a mix of some sphagnum moss and perlite kind of things. Of course, as usual, I'm here with my black velvet corms. I just love black velvet so much. I collect no matter how many corms or whoever is giving them, I always take them. And of course, like, this has been a good one for me recently, which was not growing in soil at all, and a lot of expectations from my queen for sure. So I'm hoping this is going to be an experiment, because I think this is my first anthurium in semi hydro. I think so. Yeah. In a way, like, of course, these guys, this is aqua soil and like a perlite thing, but proper semi hydro is this one. And of course, queens are known to be dramatic, so if this works well, then we know that semi hydro is the thing, guys. So I really do think it's the thing, the best thing for these kind of house plants. And even this, for me, my El Choco Red is going to be a success story if anything happens with it ever. So, yes, I'm also inviting people to tell me about their El Choco Red stories, because is it one of those plants like a verrucosum? By the way, I cut off my verrucosum completely today, starting again with the stump. It's in water right now. Bad experience with every philodendron that I ever decide to get, the rare ones. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm hoping that I can now make more videos, because now I can shoot at night. And as you guys know, I have a super busy work life, and I even work on the weekends for my professional job that I'm in. But I hope this whole setup that I'm creating helps me make better quality videos and helps me in continuing making them. So of course, like, I'm burnt out from so much going on, but when I do something like this, when I'm creating something, I do feel a bit better. And it's a commitment thing also, because if you've started YouTube, you gotta continue it, you gotta be consistent, and that was becoming a problem for me with the work hours that I'm dealing with. Anyway, here we are today shooting this video, and I'm hoping that I'll shoot something tomorrow as well. I may do more sit down kind of videos now, I feel, because I want to have like a little studio setup where of course I want to show the process, but I hope it's like a sit down thing where I can come, sit down, talk about plants, show them, and maybe do more of vlogs also, because if I do vlogging, then I can include plant processes here and there, talk more about my days, and then I won't be restricted to my house to shoot. I can take you guys outside with me. So let's see, that's another plan that I have. I also do want to talk about some fitness content. I think I've been thinking I want to talk fitness for sure. So if you guys want to talk about fitness, let me know if you'd be interested in that, because I think I've accumulated a lot of knowledge. And if you see my Instagram stories, I do post a lot of my workouts there and stuff like that. So I've been thinking if we should kind of have both things, plants and fitness, because those are two things very close to me these days. So maybe that. Actually, 2 years. It's been a journey with plants and fitness for 2 years now. So it could be a thing. And yes, a lot of rambling, nighttime. This is becoming like a journal maybe. So just gonna stop here and hope you watched it till the end. this video. And if you did, please like it, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.